Hello everyone, I'm Reiki Master Sharon, and tonight I just wanted to do a collective reading for you guys for the lunar eclipse that is happening on Saturday in the sign of Taurus. And I was initially going to make this short, but there's just way too many energies here for me to break it down to 1 minute. So I'm going to do my best to explain what I'm seeing here. So I'd appreciate it if you guys just follow along with me and take what resonates as it resonates, okay? And so we start out here with a message from the universe, okay? So it's saying, if you are able to sit in your emotions and actually process them, you're going to feel so much happier. You're going to be able to express yourself. You're going to be able to bask in the sun and learn from nature. In this little book up here in the corner, I don't know if you see it right there, that little book. See, nature is teaching her. She is just sitting there and soaking it all up, right? But we have the angel of strength here. And to be able to stand next to a lion takes a sense of faith and a lot of courage and bravery, okay? Because this energy could knock you off balance, and it could cause you to miss some opportunities that could really benefit you, okay? I get a couple things from this card. I get an unbalanced energy. I get a magician reversed. It could be someone on a spiritual journey who is really starting to reconsider their dynamics of spirituality that aren't really commonly accepted by a lot of people. I know I myself have been doing a lot of research into certain things, and I read somewhere online where it was talking about like how the magician in reverse can actually speak to how like certain things that were common in a shaman ritual or society would be considered like normal and healing, but to other people it could be seen as schizophrenia. So it's those kinds of dynamics to where you're kind of trying to work through what's expected of you and what you feel is expected of you from the universe versus the world. And I see a lot of you wrestling with that dynamic of spirit and ego, fear and love, angel and devil, right? And when we've had a lot of traumatic things that happened and have hurt us, sometimes it's hard for us to be able to decipher that voice in our head that is feeding us those negative things or telling us to be afraid or telling us to run away, and spirit actually telling us to follow something and that they have our backs and blah blah blah, right? So now we're going to go into the reading a little bit deeper. I kind of am reading this whole line together, but I'm going to come back that we're going to go through this way first, explain every card, and then I'll tell you guys how I see it resonating in that other way, okay? So right now with the Six of Cups, I'm seeing that someone is really thinking about something in their life that really made them happy. Whether that was just being a kid and doing something that made them happy, like riding their bike or collecting rocks, or a love that they had that really showed them what it meant to be loved and to feel loved. I really feel that kind of energy coming from this card. It's something very intimate and that's linked to your soul, okay? And then that's causing some anxiety here because we have both the Seven of Cups, which is an escalation from the Six of Cups and is leading into the Four of Swords reversed. So there's there's an energy of anxiety here. It's like this guy here, he has too many options in all of these cups. And if you look at these cups, right, Like you can see gold in this one, there's a snake in that one, there's a little castle or something in this one, a little devil, I'm not even sure what all these are, but like there's also a cup that has a false victory. Don't mind my dead skin on my finger. But if you look at this cup here, right, it's got the wreath like you would see in what is that, the Six of Wands, the victory card, but on the cup it has a skull. Like if you drink from that cup, it's a false victory, you're gonna die. And I think this person knows that. They know that something that they're going to feed into out of fear could be a false victory, and that scares them. But sometimes we have to make those mistakes so that we can start all over again. I like that that saying where they say rejection is redirection, right? So if you do decide to drink out of that cup and you have that false victory, you're just going to start over again at the same checkpoint, and the universe is going to try to help you learn that lesson all over again. But there is angels that are trying to guide you through this. That's an angel there, and I really do feel like the angels are telling you, like, those swords, they can't hurt you. Like, that's all just in your mind. Those swords aren't real, okay? That's just something that you're feeding yourself out of fear, and the universe has your back on whatever you're going to move forward with. And I really do think that it's urging you to, come out of that fear energy and out of this devil energy and realize that, sometimes the devil will try to offer us things that seem like they're great, but they're really not, right? So, like, I don't know if you guys have ever watched Spirited Away, but in that movie, that's who this is representing with the fake gold, right? Like, sometimes the devil is like, here, take this, take this, take this. And it sounds really pleasant, and he seems really nice, right? You've been there before. Oh, this is a perfectly, like, it's almost like too good to be true, right? There are some things that are too good to be true, and they usually normally are, and sometimes, on a very rare occasion, they turn out to be okay. But you have to learn how to learn the cues of nature, the laws of nature, and what angel and devil energy kind of sounds and feels like. Sometimes the devil, right, will tell you something to make you feel better, right? They just tell you what you want to hear so that they can pacify you and manipulate you to get what you want. But angel energy, on the other hand, look at her face. She looks like she is not somebody to fuck with. She's standing there with a fucking lion, okay? And she looks like the kind of person that's just gonna walk up and tell you how the fuck it is. And sometimes that's how angel energy works. Sometimes they are straight to the point. They will rip the band-aid off so that you can get the healing, and sometimes it hurts. But it's for your own good. It's for your own healing. This guy will make you as comfortable as you can be so that you'll stay in that fear energy and just be like, oh, no, I'm okay here. I'm okay. When you're really not. You're not okay. When you don't grow, then you die. The growth can be very uncomfortable. So Spirit is saying, express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture, right? That thing that you've been thinking about, right? That is, lighting up your life. Your angels are saying, go ahead and do something about it. If that is something that you like to do for a hobby, something like maybe this thing that you're comfortable in is a job. Maybe you've been rejected from a job. Maybe you're trying to figure out what your career is actually supposed to be. And I really feel Spirit is saying that you really need to search where your heart is and what makes you happy, and do something with your energy that you enjoy, right? So then we go on to this wedding card. This situation involves marriage, which is also followed by we are not meant for each other. So what I get from these cards together is that on one hand, in a romantic situation, you may be energetically bonded to someone in like a spiritual marriage, to where you can't think of anybody else. Like, this person just has your heart. Like, you're already basically spiritually married. And Spirit is saying, express your love and go ahead and make the romantic gesture. On the other hand, this wedding card could be speaking to a commitment of some sort. Maybe you're in a job situation that isn't serving you anymore. Maybe you're in a living situation that isn't serving you anymore. Maybe you're in a relationship that isn't serving you anymore. And Spirit is saying, we are not meant for each other. So I really want you to listen to what came to mind when I explained both of those situations, because there's a message in both of them, right? If you feel like something isn't meant for you, it's not bringing you happiness, it's bringing you more anxiety than it is this happiness and intimacy and, being able to grow and flourish. Really think about the contrast in these cards. Okay? What brings you happiness? What brings you misery? That'll bring you some clarity, because we have Leo in reverse. I feel like this is saying, this devil energy has kind of zapped some of your strength. If you allow this energy to get you unbalanced and get you into a state of fear, you're going to miss out on something that could be a real fulfillment for you. Not saying that it won't come back around. Maybe something else will come back around if you miss this opportunity. But we do have the Aries card here as well. And Aries, if you ever known an Aries, they're ruled by Mars, which Mars is a great planet of balance. Aries is also the god of war. Okay? And for me, what I see to be the throat chakra. All right? So this is the crown chakra in reverse with the devil, throat chakra with the Aries. Okay? Someone's being very stubborn, very logical. Like, if you have ever met Aries, they will be very articulate about certain things. They're very knowledgeable, they're very logical, and they're very fiery. So, if you're feeling stubborn, maybe you need to take some of that energy and flip it to some of that fiery aspect of the Aries, that loving, fiery, passionate, loving energy. Go towards your goals and your dreams and things that make you happy, the things that you're dreaming about, daydreaming about, and grow from it. Okay? But I see that a lot of you are processing. You're processing both sides of this coin of this wedding dynamic in senses of commitment in work, in relationship, in life, in family. You know, maybe you feel like you have to do certain things to make your family happy. I want to be completely honest with you guys right now, okay? You came here to learn, and you came here to grow. And sometimes things that make you happy and are on your path are not always going to make everybody around you happy. They're just not. And that's okay, because once you become more secure in what you're doing, they'll see that and they'll accept it. It might take time, but you know, you got to come out of these illusions. You have to learn how to listen to that intuition and be careful not to feed into that fear. Tap into this angel of strength, because she's sitting right there waiting to be right on your side. All you got to do is call her in. You just have to have the faith to know that she's there and she's on your side. Okay? Because right now, you're thinking about a lot of loss. You're thinking about how this didn't work out for you. Maybe this is a past situation that didn't work out for you that has invoked fear in you. And you're like, okay, well, I thought that situation was going to work out for me, but it didn't. And I thought that was my intuition pulling me to that situation, but then I ended up really hurt. And what if I end up really hurt this time? Well, what if you don't? What if, you know, this really turns out to be something really great for you? You're never going to know until you try, and if this is for you, it's going to keep pulling you back to it, okay? And back to yourself. It's going to keep showing you deeper parts of who you are. Because I also have Love Street in the reverse, okay? And if you guys know this song by the Doors, you know, he says, you know, she has a house and garden. I'd like to see what happens. Okay, he's afraid to go see what happens, okay? That's afraid to see what happens because the devil is whispering in his ear and knocking him off balance to miss this opportunity. Don't let him do that. Rebuke that energy. I rebuke that energy for you, okay? All you have to do is accept it. This has been a pretty intense reading. I really hope that something that I said here has resonated with someone. If you feel like this video has helped you, please like, share, subscribe. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments, and I will see you next time. Have a great day and enjoy that lunar eclipse.